This is Fluent English Journey Podcast.
From Speak English with Nora. Welcome back, English learners. I'm Nora, and I'm practically bouncing with excitement about today's topic.
And I'm Ethan. Bouncing means moving up and down with energy, like being very excited. And yes, Nora's definitely bouncing today. We're talking about something that gets everyone dreaming: bucket lists.
Have you ever heard that expression before? A bucket list is a list of things you want to do, see, or experience before you kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket is a casual way to say die. But don't worry, bucket lists are all about living. It's basically your dream to-do list for life.
Exactly. And I have to confess, I've been updating mine recently, and some of the things on there are pretty wild.
Wild means exciting, crazy, or adventurous. Ooh, really? Like what?
Well, number 1 on my list right now is swimming with sharks in South Africa. I know it sounds terrifying, but there's something about being in the water with these incredible apex predators that just calls to me.
Apex predators are animals at the top of the food chain, like sharks or lions. Swimming with sharks? Nora, that's actually amazing and terrifying at the same time.
I know, right? What about you? What's at the top of your bucket list?
Well, this might sound less dangerous than yours, but I really want to learn to tango in Argentina, like properly learn it from the masters in Buenos Aires.
Tango dancing? That's so romantic and sophisticated. I love how bucket lists can be so different for different people.
Right? Like yours is about adrenaline and adventure, and mine is about culture and art.
Adrenaline is the hormone your body produces when you're excited or scared, giving you energy and making your heart beat fast.
Both are totally valid ways to enrich your life.
Enrich means to make something better or more meaningful.
Exactly. You know, I'm curious about our listeners. What do you think is on most people's bucket lists?
That's a great question. I bet travel is a big one, like seeing the northern lights, visiting all 7 continents, or maybe doing a pilgrimage walk like the Camino de Santiago in Spain.
A pilgrimage is a long journey to a special place, often for spiritual or personal reasons. Oh, the Camino. That's actually on my list too. There's something so appealing about walking for weeks, just thinking and reflecting.
Really? How long is it?
The most popular route is about 800 kilometers. That's roughly 500 miles. Most people take about a month to complete it, staying in little hostels along the way and meeting fellow pilgrims from all over the world.
Pilgrims are people who go on a pilgrimage journey.
That sounds incredible. It's like a moving meditation, isn't it?
Exactly. But you know what's funny? I used to think bucket lists had to be these huge, expensive, once-in-a-lifetime experiences.
And now you think differently.
Yeah, I've started adding smaller things too. Like, I want to learn how to make perfect sourdough bread from scratch. Or I want to watch the sunrise from my balcony without checking my phone.
Sourdough bread is a type of bread made with a special fermented dough starter.
Oh, I love that. Those sound just as meaningful as the big adventures, don't they?
They do, because at the end of the day, a bucket list is about experiences that make you feel more fulfilled, right?
Fulfilled means satisfied and happy, like your life has meaning and purpose.
Absolutely. And fulfillment looks different for everyone.
Speaking of different, I have a friend whose bucket list is entirely about conquering his fears.
Conquering means overcoming or defeating something.
Really? Like what kind of fears?
Well, he's terrified of public speaking, so he wants to give a TED Talk. He's scared of heights, so he wants to go skydiving. He's shy around strangers, so he wants to take an improv comedy class.
A TED Talk is a short, powerful presentation about ideas worth spreading. Improv comedy is making up funny scenes without a script.
Wow, that's so brave.
I know, right? He calls it his fear-fighting bucket list. I think it's brilliant because every item makes him grow as a person.
That's such an inspiring approach. It reminds me of something my grandmother used to say: life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Your comfort zone is the range of activities and situations where you feel safe and comfortable.
Your grandmother sounds like a wise woman. Did she have a bucket list?
Actually, she did, and she completed almost everything on it before she passed away. She learned to play the piano at 65, traveled to Japan at 72, and even went bungee jumping for her 75th birthday.
Bungee jumping is jumping off a high place with an elastic rope attached to your feet.
Bungee jumping at 75? Your grandmother was a legend.
A legend is someone who is famous for doing amazing things.
She really was. And you know what she taught me? She said bucket lists aren't about being young or having lots of money. They're about having curiosity and courage.
Curiosity means being interested in learning new things. Courage means being brave enough to do something even when you're scared.
That's beautiful. Those are qualities anyone can develop at any age.
Exactly. Which brings me to something I've been thinking about lately. Do you think bucket lists should have deadlines?
Deadlines are specific dates when something must be completed.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, like, I want to visit all 50 US states before I'm 40, or I want to learn 3 languages before I retire. Does having a timeline make you more likely to actually do these things?
That's such an interesting question. On one hand, I think deadlines can be motivating. They create a sense of urgency.
And on the other hand,
They might create unnecessary pressure. Like, what if life gets in the way? What if your priorities change? I'd hate for someone to feel like a failure if they don't meet their bucket list deadline.
that's a really good point. Maybe the key is being flexible with your timeline, but intentional about making progress.
Intentional means doing something on purpose with thought and planning.
Yes, like instead of saying, I must do this by age 30, maybe say, I'm actively working toward this goal.
I like that approach. Speaking of being intentional, I've noticed that some of my bucket list items have evolved over the years.
Evolved means changed and developed over time.
How so?
Well, when I was 22, I wanted to party at every famous music festival in Europe. Now, I'm more interested in learning about the local music traditions in different countries.
Traditions are customs and practices passed down through generations.
So the core interest is still music, but the approach has matured.
Exactly. I think that's natural, don't you? As we grow and change, our idea of what would be meaningful or exciting changes too.
Absolutely. And I think that's actually a good thing. It means you're not just checking boxes, you're staying true to who you are in the moment.
In the moment means right now, at this point in your life.
Have any of your bucket list items evolved?
Oh, definitely. I used to want to climb Mount Everest because it seemed like the ultimate achievement.
And now?
Now I'm more interested in hiking smaller mountains and really appreciating the journey and the nature around me. Everest started feeling more like showing off than personal growth.
That's such great self-awareness. Self-awareness means understanding your own feelings, motivations, and desires.
Thanks. You know, that brings up something interesting. I think there's a difference between bucket list items that are about external validation and ones that are about personal fulfillment.
External validation means getting approval or recognition from other people. What do you mean?
Well, wanting to climb Everest so I could post about it and impress people, that's external validation. But wanting to hike because I love being in nature and challenging myself, that's personal fulfillment.
Oh, I see the difference. One is about how others see you, and the other is about how you experience life.
Exactly. And I think the personal fulfillment items are the ones that actually make you happier in the long run.
That makes total sense. Although, to be fair, I think it's human nature to want some recognition for our achievements.
You think so?
Well, yes. Like, if I do manage to swim with those sharks, I'm definitely going to want to share that experience with people I care about. The key is probably making sure that sharing the experience isn't the primary motivation.
Primary means main or most important. That's a great distinction. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your accomplishments and wanting to celebrate them.
Right. And speaking of celebrating, I think one of the best parts about bucket lists is that they give you something to look forward to.
How so?
Well, life can sometimes feel routine or predictable, you know? Routine means doing the same things regularly. But when you have these exciting goals waiting for you, it adds a sense of adventure to everyday life.
Oh, that's interesting. So even when you're not actively working on a bucket list item, just knowing it's there makes life more exciting?
For me, yes. Like, I might be stuck in traffic on a Tuesday morning, but I can think about my shark swimming adventure and suddenly I'm planning and dreaming instead of just being frustrated.
I love that. It's like having a mental escape hatch to your future adventures.
An escape hatch is a way to get out of or away from something. Exactly. And that brings me to something else I've been thinking about.
What's that?
I think bucket lists can actually help you make better decisions in your everyday life.
How do you mean?
Well, when you know what your big dreams and goals are, it's easier to prioritize your time and money. Prioritize means to decide which things are most important.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say I really want to take that tango lessons in Argentina, and I know it's going to cost about $3,000 for the trip. That might help me decide to skip buying expensive clothes for a few months and put that money toward my Argentina fund instead.
Skip means to choose not to do something. So the bucket list helps you make trade-offs.
Exactly. It's like having a filter for decisions. When you're clear about what really matters to you, it's easier to say no to things that don't align with your goals.
Align means to be in agreement with or support something. That's brilliant. I never thought about bucket lists as decision-making tools.
Right? And it works for time decisions too, not just money. Like, if learning to play guitar is on my bucket list, I might choose to spend my Sunday afternoon practicing instead of scrolling through social media.
You know what else I love about bucket lists?
What?
They force you to think about what kind of person you want to become, not just what you want to do. Like, my tango goal isn't just about dancing. It's about becoming someone who's more comfortable with self-expression and creativity.
Self-expression means showing your personality, feelings, or ideas through actions or art.
Oh, that's beautiful. So bucket lists are really about personal growth?
I think the best ones are. They're about expanding who you are, not just collecting experiences.
That reminds me of something interesting I read recently. Some psychologists say that people are happier when they're either anticipating an experience or remembering it.
Anticipating means looking forward to something that will happen in the future.
Really?
Yeah. The actual experience is great, but the planning and the memories can bring just as much joy. So bucket lists give you both, the excitement of planning and the satisfaction of achievement.
Satisfaction means the feeling of happiness when you accomplish something.
Plus the memories afterward.
Exactly. It's like getting 3 sources of happiness from one goal.
You know what I'm curious about?
What's that?
I wonder if different cultures have different approaches to bucket lists. Like, do people from different countries typically put different kinds of things on their lists?
That's such an interesting question. I imagine it would vary a lot. Like, someone from a country with lots of mountains might dream of seeing the ocean, while someone from a coastal area might want to climb a mountain.
Right. Or cultural values might influence what people prioritize. Some cultures might focus more on family experiences, others on individual achievements.
And I bet economic factors play a role too. Someone who grew up with limited resources might have very different dreams than someone who had more opportunities.
True, which is why I think it's so important not to judge other people's bucket lists. What seems small or unimportant to one person might be a huge dream for someone else.
Absolutely. Like, for someone who grew up in a small village, visiting a big city might be as exciting as international travel is for others.
Or for someone who's been working their whole life, the dream might just be to have a month where they don't set an alarm clock. Oh my goodness, yes. That actually sounds pretty amazing to me right now.
Right? Sometimes the simplest pleasures are the most precious.
Precious means very valuable and important to you. Speaking of simple pleasures, what's the smallest thing on your bucket list?
Probably watching a meteor shower from start to finish without falling asleep. What about you?
I want to have a picnic by myself in a beautiful place and read an entire book in one sitting. No phone, no distractions, just me and a good story.
That sounds absolutely perfect. See, bucket lists don't have to be expensive or extreme to be meaningful.
Exactly. And you know what? I think we should challenge our listeners to think about this.
What kind of challenge?
I want everyone to write down 3 things for their bucket list. One big dream that seems almost impossible, one medium goal that would require some planning and saving, and one small thing they could do this month.
I love that. It covers all the different types of dreams and shows that bucket lists aren't just about far-off fantasies.
Right. And I want to add one more element to the challenge.
What's that?
For each item, I want them to think about why it's on their list. What would accomplishing this goal mean to them? How would it change them or make them feel?
Because understanding the why helps you stay motivated?
Exactly. And it helps you make sure your goals are really yours, not just things you think you should want.
That's such valuable self-reflection. Self-reflection means thinking carefully about your own thoughts, feelings, and motivations.
And who knows, maybe sharing their bucket list items in the comments will inspire other listeners or even lead to new friendships.
Oh, that would be amazing! Imagine if 2 listeners discovered they both want to hike the same trail and they end up doing it together.
Right? Bucket lists could bring people together. There's something so universal about having dreams and wanting to grow.
Universal means something that applies to everyone, regardless of their background. Absolutely. No matter where you're from or what your situation is, everyone has something they'd love to experience or achieve.
And that's what I love most about bucket lists. They remind us that life is full of possibilities, no matter what age we are or what circumstances we're in.
Circumstances means the conditions or situation you find yourself in, even if you can't do everything on your list.
Even then, because the act of dreaming and planning is valuable in itself. It keeps you curious, hopeful, and open to new experiences.
Plus, you never know what opportunities might come your way if you're clear about what you want.
What do you mean?
Well, if you tell people about your dreams, they might know someone or something that could help. Like if I mention wanting to learn tango, maybe a friend knows a great instructor. Or maybe I meet someone who's planning a trip to Argentina.
Oh, that's so true. Being open about your goals can create unexpected connections and opportunities.
Exactly. So, dear listeners, don't keep your bucket list to yourself. Share those dreams, and who knows what amazing things might happen.
Perfect advice to end on. Remember to check out the transcript and practice exercises in the description below. And please share your bucket list items in the comments.
We'd love to hear about your big dreams, your medium goals, and your small adventures. And remember, life is too short for a boring bucket list.
Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and keep living those adventures. I'm Nora.
And I'm Ethan. Thanks for joining us on Fluent English Journey, and we'll see you in the next episode. Dream big, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos to keep improving your English. See you next time.